Good morning again from Mae Sot, Thailand, and I'm taking a bit of a risk this morning with the weather, playing dice with the clouds above me. Because I want to get my morning coffee at a new place, someplace I've had my eye on for a while. I've been waiting for a relatively sunny day to go to this coffee shop. But this time of year, if you wait for a sunny day, you might be waiting a long time. So I'm taking a chance and I'm on the scooter, heading about 19 kilometers north of Mae Sot to a place called the Natural Garden. And from what I can tell, it opened relatively recently, like within the last 6, 7, 8 months maybe. Not a lot of people know about it. And as far as I can tell, it's opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, as I was getting the scooter and all my camera gear ready, I kept hearing thunder. I wasn't sure if it was thunder. Sounded a bit like somebody bowling up there with really big bowling balls. But taking a chance, and we'll see what happens. If it starts to rain heavily before I get there, I'll just turn around and try again on another day. But fingers crossed. So yeah, the Natural Garden it's called. It's a place with, looks like expansive grounds, you know, a real garden setting. You can, apparently you can feed fish, you can feed rabbits, you can feed sheep. They have some elevated walkways, I think. All kinds of Instagram and selfie opportunities, at least according to the pictures I've seen on Google Maps. Still on my way to the Natural Garden, of course. So far the rain has stayed away, and I'm passing a surprising number of new coffee shops or places where you could get a coffee and something to eat. They're just popping up everywhere. There's one back there called Red Rose that I wanted to stop at for a while, and I just saw a brand new one, completely new. I've never even noticed it before, called Mountainscape. Wouldn't mind checking that place out. And I keep seeing another one that's somewhere up ahead on the right. I've been keeping my eyes open for it, but I haven't seen it yet. And I think it's been around for a while, but I've never dropped in. It's called Bread and Butter. And that sounds really appealing because it sounds like it's a bit of a bakery, and bakeries are always great places to visit. So yeah, the whole world in this part of Thailand anyway is starting to wake up again. Businesses are opening that have been closed for a long time. New places, new stores. Yeah, everything is entering into what feels like a post-pandemic world, which is really nice. Nice feeling, I have to say. All right, I've reached the turnoff from 105. onto the side road that leads to the natural garden. And I've gone down this road quite a few times. There's a large sign on my left that indicates that you're heading into kind of a touristy area. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small signs that I think are naming attractions for tourists, and a couple of large signs. And this road, if you follow it, goes to Mae Sot, the hot springs where you boil your own eggs, and the Mae Sot or Mae Sot cave is also in this direction. Yeah, really beautiful road. It's very scenic as soon as you get off 105 and start heading into the farming countryside that moves, that sits alongside the hills here. So I'm familiar with this road, but as I said, I've never knew the natural garden was there. I just spotted it on Google Maps. Just passed by the turnoff for the natural garden. They have a sign there. Without the sign, you wouldn't know where the place was because the road looks to be a very small local farming road. Good omens everywhere in terms of the scenery. The sun is peeking out a little bit just now. I can feel it nice and warm on my arms. Natural garden. Look at that. Yeah, I think it's only been open for half a year or something like that, but that sign looks like it's been up there for quite a while. Maybe the conditions here just wear out signs faster than you'd think. Bit of a rough road, this little access road, but you don't have to go too far on it. Nice. So happy I decided to do this. As I said, I was really debating it, wondering about the weather, but I got here very quickly. No rain fell on my head, and I get to enjoy my morning coffee at a brand new place. I think it's right here on my left. Uh-oh. Oh no, I saw a closed gate. I'm so attuned to everything being closed everywhere I go, I get very nervous. Actually, I'm seeing nothing but closed gates. Oh, maybe this isn't the place. Phew, okay. I thought that was the natural garden, and it was closed. Yeah, look at the setting here. Maybe I'll do a quick map check to see how far I have to go. Take in the scenery while I look at Google Maps quickly. Oh, it's on the right side. Oh, where the heck am I? I'm getting one of those tap to improve buttons. Okay, I'm on the right road, and it should be just up ahead on my left. So my luck is holding out. And here we are. I was just a few meters away from it when I stopped. A natural garden. And there's a sign here giving the rules, all in Thai though, but I'm sure I'm not here to break any of them. No guns, no knives, no dogs, no outside food or drink. and I can safely tick all of those boxes. And I appear to be the only one here, or the only one here with a vehicle in the parking lot. And as I said, I don't know anything about this place, but I did read online there's like a 20 baht ticket price, you know, to go into the grounds. And then, of course, they have their cafe, and maybe there's a restaurant. All new to me, so let's go in and check it out. Okay, I'm all set. Heading inside. And they have a little table here at the entrance. My little ticket place, I assume. Oh. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Pretty good.
Your name and your phone number, please.
So at the table at the front, you do pay 20 baht to get your ticket, but your 20 baht ticket gives you a 10 baht discount, either in the coffee shop or if you buy fish food. So yeah, the fish food is 20 baht, and then with my ticket, of course, I only had to pay 10 baht for my fish food. And of course, I'm going to have coffee, but what I usually like to do, of course, is walk around a place first, explore a little bit, get the lay of the land. And this place is perfect for that because there is lots to explore. Got an area right here with a bench and table. Oh, these are kind of cool. Someone made a whole bunch of little cabins or houses, almost like tree houses, made out of actual trees. I thought for a minute they might be bird houses, but I think they were just made as decoration. Yeah, they're really nice. I don't see any price tags or anything, so they aren't for sale. They're just there to look at. And I guess you can grab the coffee, of course, and bring it out here. And they've got all this seating out here. Oh yeah, this is really nice. And they do have, yeah, important note. I was under the impression this place had just opened. When I was looking at their Facebook page and comments people were making, I guess I don't know how I got that impression, but it's completely wrong. He tells me that they've been open for 20 years. So this place has been here for 20 years longer than I thought it was. And yeah, I guess maybe people were talking about it just opening up again after being closed during the pandemic, you know. Maybe that's what they were talking about. So I kind of came to a dead end here. There is a pond. I don't know if there's any, I see some small fish, but I don't know if these are the fish you would normally feed or whether there's a much bigger pond somewhere with bigger fish. Let's toss a few fish pellets in here and see if anything. Oh yeah, they're down there. Not so many, or not so hungry. Yeah, they'll eventually snap up all of that. But I think they're small fish, and they're a little bit nervous about getting too close to me. Well, I'll save the rest of my fish food and see if there's another pond somewhere. And I think the key attraction here is the Skywalk. And I'm just climbing up to the top of the Skywalk right now. They turned music on down below. And that's not great for video, but we'll see what happens. And here's the setting and the view from up here. Very nice. Very close to the hills. Oh, it's nice. The walkway has open grating on the bottom, so you actually can see right through it down to the ground below, and the trees down there. As with a lot of places that I've been visiting lately, I'd say that this is a kind of a family attraction or someplace for couples to go. I guess you could call me a couple, me and my camera. The two of us go everywhere together. So I have someone to talk to while I'm here. I'm talking to you out there. There's another pond down below me. Oh, okay, there's another area down there. I was wondering. There's the sheep and the rabbits. So we'll go down and say hello to them. Oh, looks like there's deer here as well. Okay, very cool. I wasn't sure how to get to that area from that direction, but I think maybe you have to take the Skyway to get there. I'm not sure. Man, this is extensive, the Skyway. I mean, there's the Skyway looking back behind me. And then it continues here, does a corner, and then another corner, and then you can see that it continues over there. The Skyway even goes in different directions. Let's go this way first. They have one of these stairways to nowhere, which I think is supposed to be good luck or some kind of extreme supernatural bad luck to go up these. I'm never quite sure of what the lore is for these, but I'm going to say that it's good luck. Oh, look at that. It's quite a large building, so I assume that can be rented out by organizations, meetings and conferences maybe, something like that. And they're even building more over there. All right, let's climb up the stairway. I did this recently. Well, relatively recently, when I went around the Mae Sot Loop near Pai, there was one of these stairways at the Bamboo Bridge. But that one was much smaller, narrower, and it was very shaky when you got to the top. This one is very, very solid. You feel like you're standing right on the floor, like you're right on the ground. So. No courage required to climb up this one. Beautiful view from up here, really nice. And but you don't want to get too distracted with the camera, so I'm going to make sure I'm holding on to something because I'm busy turning around. I was writing a letter to a friend of mine this morning. And I was telling a story about I injured my foot recently. I went to the Thai Unity Temple the other day. I shot some video there. I just posted that this morning. I posted a pair of videos, one 360 version and one regular version of that video. But after I shot that main video there, I kind of walked around the temple and I shot a series of sort of just fun videos here and there, playing around with the camera. And at one point I had the camera high above my head and I'm walking and holding it very carefully in one position. So I wasn't looking at my feet, and I walked right into a pile of metal scaffolding that had been piled up on the ground. So I slammed into that scaffolding with my right foot, cut open the bottom of my right foot. It was really painful, but I was such a professional with the camera that I didn't even stop. you know, I just kept walking and ignored whatever had happened to my foot. And then I kept walking, and I finished the shot, whatever, you know, video shot I was trying to get at the time. And I looked back, and I had left bloody footprints all around the temple. Every step I took, I was leaving a trail of blood behind because I'd cut the bottom of my foot quite badly. And I started thinking that, well, when I was at the bamboo bridge near Pai, where they had the stairway to heaven or stairway to nowhere, I also cut my foot badly. I think it was my left foot at that time. I walked straight into a piece of bamboo that was sticking up from the bridge that I was walking on. And way back when I was in the Philippines, I was, you know, walking around with my camera there one day, and I was stepping over a big gap in some rocks down by the beach, and I hooked my foot on some rebar. And because I was looking at the camera, I wasn't watching my feet. Hooked my feet and slammed, you know, I fell right on my face. And I could probably come up with a number of other instances. So walking around with a camera is hazardous to your health because you're never watching where your feet are going. But yeah, my foot is okay now. That when I cut it at the temple the other day, it was bleeding quite badly, but then it, I guess you have a lot of blood flow through the bottom of your feet or something, because despite how much it was bleeding, it healed really quickly, and yeah, now it's just about gone. Just a little bit sore and bruised. This is nice here. Huh. The natural garden. On the way here, I was talking about how Thailand seems to have entered the post-pandemic era, which is a good thing. Oh, I think I can go down in this direction. But when you come out here into the countryside, you do find a fair amount of concern still, or maybe it's just private businesses. They're still holding to some fairly strict standards, because as you can see, I'm wearing a mask inside here because it is a, you know, a privately owned park, and you're expected to mask up at temples and, you know, spaces like this where other people are around. And at the table where I paid my 20 baht, and then I paid with a 10 baht coin for the fish food, the man taking my money there was very careful to instantly sanitize all the money with a spray bottle, you know, before he would touch it. But yeah, it's just, it's going to take a while for habits like that to disappear, you know, if they ever do. Oh, here are some stairs heading down. Okay, I think I wanted to get down to where the rabbits and the sheep are, and I think I have to go down in this direction. Oh, doesn't seem to be open, but there's a little shop over here, cold drinks and potato chips, ice cream. And some more tree houses, handcrafted by someone. So yeah, this area would be for large groups to reserve and enjoy. See a Wi-Fi sign on the wall. Ah, the natural garden sign here on the wall. These are always nice. They have these nets here where you could, if you wanted to, sit on the netting or lie down there. You have the water below you. And there's a large pond here. I wonder if there are any fish down there waiting to be fed. Let's find out. Other places I've been, it doesn't take much to have the fish come rushing toward you. They're actually looking up through the water, and they can see you or maybe even hear you. Maybe they feel the vibrations of your feet through the water. and they all come rushing to this point, but I don't see any down there. Though they could be a catfish too, and then you don't generally see the catfish on the surface. They'll be down on the bottom, and then they come up when they sense the food, but no reaction. There are fish down there. They're not hungry this morning. I can't even give away my fish food today. I'm down below the Sky Walkway or Skyway, whatever it's called. And I don't know how this part of the park works, but this is where I saw the animals. I have a feeling they get fed by visitors because these deer are really focused on me. I mean, all of them are just looking at me so carefully. Either they're just getting ready to run away in case I'm a lion, or they're just hoping to get some food. I think they're hoping for food. Yeah, they're coming right up to the fence. Okay, it is time to feed the deer. I walked by these deer 3 times already, and they looked at me so eagerly, and I didn't have any food for them. I felt so bad. But they didn't have any at the front table. But now I went and got some. So here's some of the food that I got for them. I assume deer like this, that it must be tasty for them. And as always, this is going to be a bit of a challenge to do while holding a camera at the same time. Let's see how this goes. Just put it through, and they can nibble away. Happy deer. I think they'd like it better if I just toss it inside, and maybe that would be easier for me too. So I'll throw some over the fence. Yes, in terms of several large mammals, that isn't exactly going to fill anybody up. Especially since I'm going to give some to the rabbits. Oh, look at the rabbits. I don't know if they really like this stuff or not. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. Let's see whether they pull it through. Yeah, they seem to like it. At the front, they had a cup of carrots for the rabbits. But I was looking at something on YouTube this morning, and I think people were feeding rabbits on this YouTube video, and someone was leaving comments saying that carrots weren't actually good for rabbits. That is just sort of a myth that carrots are the perfect food for rabbits, that in fact it's actually not healthy for them. It's kind of like snack food or junk food or too sugary or something. So maybe maybe this is better for them, you know, just greenery. So who doesn't have any? There you go, little guy. It's so cool. Yeah. I don't have nearly enough of this stuff though for deer, rabbits, and sheep. I feel bad for the sheep. They're, oh, I can't even reach them anyway. Maybe I can stick a, oh, I can put a little bit through here. You know, yeah, they're definitely eager for something, but I feel so bad. I don't have enough. But there are the sheep. I'd love to have more for you guys. So I hope I've redeemed myself a little bit in the eyes of these animals. You hear that sound? That's the deer crying out for more, I think. I don't know if I've ever heard a deer make that sound. It's quite a large tree trunk that's been preserved here. I saw photos of this on Google Maps. People take selfies with this, of course. Climb up onto it. And I saw selfies being taken here in amongst these pink bushes. Nice. Almost makes you feel like you should have picnic food with you. You know, they have the sign saying no outside food or drinks. But a lot of these places look like it'd be kind of ideal for you to sit down and break out your picnic basket if you happen to have one with you. Whoa, check this out. Kind of a bird's nest. Yeah, very cool. Another little house where you can hang out. This would be the place to be if it did start raining. A lot of shelters. And a tree house over here with bean bags. Nice. Ooh. I'm going through a lot of spider webs. That's what you get when you're early everywhere. I'm often the first person anywhere I go. And that means you have the pleasure of breaking through all of the night's cobwebs. I was wondering how to get back to the coffee shop without going over the Skyway. And there's a pathways here. Oh, with stones, like stone paving. Oh, there's another, quite a large shelter over here too. Yeah. I think I have to get all the talking out of my system right now because of all the music playing back at the coffee shop. I won't be able to record video there. Oh, we'll see. I think I'm just going to not worry about the music. I'll let it play over the video and let the copyright claims come. I don't want to deprive myself or anyone else of the music. It's kind of interesting in a way, all the copyright claims, because I hear all this music in Thailand and I don't know what the song is and I don't know who the artist is. But whenever they submit a copyright claim on one of my videos, I at least get a listing that tells me the name of the company that owns it, and then the name of the song and the artist, and then afterwards I can go look it up online and watch it on YouTube. So I learn a little bit about Thai popular music every time I get a copyright strike. Oh, I'm inside the coffee shop, and luckily the music is playing outside. It's not playing inside here, which is nice. Often what happens when I come into a place and it's really quiet and nice and quiet, I'm so happy. And I think, oh, it's so nice in here. And then, of course, when I show up, thinking they're making it better for me, then they'll turn on the TV or the music or the radio, whatever it is. And they're doing it for me, and it's actually the last thing I want. But here's the service area. All your standard coffees, teas, hot and cold, matcha, Italian soda as well. They've got the display of Italian sodas here. And cakes and pastries. And then this is the seating area. On the weekend, when it's busier, they'll probably, close the doors when they have a lot of customers and turn on the air conditioning. Right now, it's not on, so they've got some low sofas here in the corner, and then a big set of sofas in that corner. And I think I'm going to sit right here. My iced latte has arrived. It was 55 baht, I think. Yeah, 55 baht. It's pretty standard for a drink like this. And yeah, there it is there. Let's take that off. And you can see the lovely coffee flavor, coffee color. And the server was kind enough to turn on a couple of cooling fans that are nearby, because you kind of need it. It's pretty hot inside here right now. Biodegradable, eco-friendly straw, which makes sense given that this is the natural garden. But well, let's give this a try. Yeah, it was good. Real strong coffee flavor, which I really like. Oh, there's the logo for the place. I mentioned in a previous video that I had a visitor here in Mae Sot for a few days, and he's gone now. He's left, but I really miss his presence, because he was the kind of guy that wanted to kind of do nice things for me while he was here, and he liked to try out, some of the fancy things that are available. So me being me, I'll come in here and I'll have a nice latte, and I'll look at the chocolate cake and the delicious cheesecake and all these other things. I'll look at them and take pictures of them, but it's very rare that I would ever order one for myself. But when my visitor was here, we would come in and get the coffee, and then he's like, let's get, he would be encouraging me to get something, one of the chocolate cakes or the cheesecake or a muffin or, anything at all, brownie, whatever they had on display. So I kind of got used to that new habit while he was here. And now I'm kind of back to my old ways, where I look at the chocolate cake, but there's none on my table. It's just the way I am, I guess. And I think with my delicious iced latte, that takes me to the end of my morning coffee and my visit to the natural garden. I'll wind up the video here. I'll probably go for another walk around the garden just to enjoy the place, feed the fish a little bit more. But I think I'll put the camera away for that. Leave it here, and I'll see you in the next video.